Okay, doing another voiceover here because there's music playing in the background and YouTube won't let me put this up, or at least won't let me play the music without over audio. So starting off my chest day here with the hammer strength flat bench. I'm dealing with some shoulder issues for a while now. My left shoulder is quite bad and I really struggle to do any kind of flat benching at all anymore. But I'm able to do this movement as long as I'm warmed up properly. So you can see, if it's my left shoulder, you'll see I can always get a rep or two more with my right arm still working to correct it, but at 40 years old and 25 years of lifting under my belt, it's unlikely that it's going to be back to the strength of my right arm, but I'll keep doing my best. I'm at the end of my cruise here, and this is kind of a little test to see what kind of strength levels I'm at compared to the end of my last blast. And I think I'm one rep short of my best with, is it 5 or 6 plates? I think it's 6, whatever, 5 plates, whatever it was the set before this. I think I ended up only one rep short of my best at the end of my last blast. So I'm doing pretty good holding strength. That set was a little worse. This is another test. Whatever, I don't even remember the number of reps I did. I can look it up on my last blast, but I did look it up before and I end up one rep short here. But the good thing is I've been working on shoulder mobility, and if you see my hands, they're towards the wider part of the handle, which I haven't been able to do in a long time because of that shoulder issue. So I'm in a stronger position naturally with my hands wider, but lately, the last year or two, I've been having to go with a pretty narrow grip, and it's been keeping me from really putting up the type of numbers I'm pressing that I like to, and definitely keeping me from getting the growth in my chest and shoulders that I'm used to. Here, I'm just doing 3 sets, the incline real quick, 225, like maybe 45 seconds to a minute rest in between sets. Just doing about 8 reps, just getting blood into the muscle. Like I said, not anything special, not looking to put up big weights, just really working on contracting, and after my main power movements were over, just trying to get blood into the muscle. So here's the 3rd set here. Like I said, 45 seconds rest, just 3 quick sets, almost like one big long set, because 45 seconds really isn't that long. You stand up, get a drink, come back, it's time to do your set. And now on to flat dumbbell flies. I don't think I've ever recorded myself doing flat dumbbell flies. I'm glad I did this time because I see a lot of form issues that I'd like to correct. A lot of flexibility issues is really what it comes down to. In my mind, I'm going much wider with the weights. And you can see at the bottom of the movement, the dumbbells immediately come horizontally in towards my chest before I press up, which is really taking away from the fly motion, something I need to work on, and it's probably a reason why my chest is always lagged behind other body parts. Looking at my form here, this is, a lightweight. It's something I should be using perfect form with, and I'm not really happy with my form. So I'm glad I did video this. This is something I can improve on. You can see clearly I'm shoulder dominant, and even without even trying to even really focusing on contracting my chest, I'm putting my body through a motion that's not optimal for my chest. I'm really doing more shoulder here than I should. So that's another thing I'll work on. And then cable crossovers again, just blood volume here. This is just kind of my goal with this workout was to see where I was at with those first 2 movements. In my last blast, I would actually do an incline movement for strength also, but I just didn't have the strength endurance right now, so I just tested the first 2 movements, and after that, it was really all about just getting blood in the muscle, getting good contraction, and enjoying the workout while I kind of mentally prepare for the next blast, which is coming up pretty soon. But, again, watching my form on cable crossovers here, there's some things I would like to improve on. My hands are touching, but my elbows really are staying pretty far out. And since it's the humerus, the upper arm, that actually causes the contraction of the chest, my humerus has a lot more range of motion to go as far as the contraction. So moving forward, after I've seen this, I'm going to try to work on getting my elbows closer together at the bottom. This movement here is a movement I used to do for lockout on bench when I was powerlifting. A lot of people do it with 2 arms. I always like to do it with 1 arm because I have that left arm weakness, and I really want to make sure I'm isolating and focusing on that left arm. But give this a try. It's a different angle because you're pressing out in front of you, and you're kind of facing away from the weight stack. It really hits the tricep in a way that typically only gets hit at the lockout of a bench press. And here's some hanging leg raises, something I've been doing at the end of almost every workout recently, trying to, never was really big on ab work, so I'm trying to get more into ab work and just general body mobility, being able to do pull-ups again, being comfortable with dips again, being able to move my body through space, which for years is just kind of a basic powerlifting type approach I wasn't able to do.